folks. I've done some of these videos and I've touched on some social issues or maybe a little bit of political issues. This time I'm gonna go whole hog political because I turned on my TV the other day and heard something that just infuriated me. Our dear leader, Jimmy Carter's dumb cousin, was in Japan, and he was doing a press conference, press briefing, or whatever. And somebody asked him about gas prices. And that bastard proceeded to tell us just how fortunate we were to be living through a great transition. What he was talking about there was how we're destroying the fossil fuel industry and we were all going to be driving electrical vehicles when we come out the other side, and we'd be so much better off. How dare he? I don't want to live through a great transition. I don't want to pay $5 a gallon for gas. I just want to work, live my life, and not have the government try to force things upon me. Now, you people out there don't pay attention to what's going on around you. You need to wake the hell up. People that voted for this fool and people that didn't vote at all, y'all have put in power a government that actively wants to hurt its citizens, as long as it advances their agenda. He doesn't care that you can't make it to work. He doesn't care that, you're struggling to feed your kids. Just as long as his little green agenda gets pushed through. Because he knows he's going to get wiped out in November. Knows he ain't never going to see a second term. So he's going whole hog, damn the torpedoes, and he's going to force this stuff on us, hoping that future Congresses and presidents are unable to overturn it. That's why you see reporters up there asking questions, and they just sound so tone deaf, so just a tin ear. They ask them a question and they give some talking point that has nothing to do with what the question was asked. And they're living a pipe dream anyway. Let's say that we got rid of all the gasoline powered vehicles tomorrow and destroyed the oil industry. Well, electric cars are still full of plastic. Still got rubber tires. that stuff's made with oil. Not to mention that throughout the United States today, especially like out west, they're dealing with rolling blackouts because they can't produce enough electricity. So you're gonna throw all this extra, the electric cars got to be charged. So you're gonna put all this demand on the electrical grid, which is 80% produced by fossil fuels. It doesn't make any sense, people. Now, I'm all for clean water and clean air, and I think companies that outright pollute and do foolish stuff that hurts the environment should be, penalized to the full extent. I love green spaces. I love wildlife. I love, all that stuff. And the thing is we extract oil and natural gas in this country. We do it cleaner than anybody else in the world. We follow regulations. We do an excellent job. We have nearly perfected getting this stuff out of the ground without hurting the environment. Just as we have made such big strides in refining it without making a lot of pollution. All these cars are so much more efficient. For someone that grew up during the 70s and routinely went down the highway and saw white smoke billowing out of cars, I can't think of the last car I saw going down the road blowing smoke. It's our environment right now is cleaner than it's ever been in the last 100 years. So we're doing a good job on that front. I'm starting to think these greenies want to sleeping on pine needles in the woods. It's like they want to reduce the human footprint to zero. But then he's going to go to other places in the world, like Iran, Venezuela, people that would drill through a baby seal's head to get a drop of oil, and have no regard for the environment, and ask them to pump more because we need it. It's stupid. Giving near $6 a gallon for diesel. And for all you people out there say, it's just a truck driver just bitching. No. That $12 for 12 ounces of bacon you bought, there's your diesel cost right there. And we haven't even really hit the hard part of it yet. With all the fertilizer and everything going through the roof and diesel prices going through the roof, the corn and stuff that will be farmed this year, not to mention the shortages because of wars and such overseas, and the weather has really messed up the farmers this year. Corn and such will be sky high come next fall. And I heard a report some news thing that 75% of everything in a grocery store, some way or another, has corn in it. Whether it's corn syrup, cornstarch, cornmeal, corn, just whatever. 75%. Now, if you drive them prices through the roof, I mean 75% of the goods in a grocery store, including all your meats, because all them animals are fed corn, is going to go through the roof. You think you're paying high prices now and it hurts now? Hide and watch. It's gonna get real ugly. We're just dipping our toe in the water right now. Just today, they put out that they were getting ready to forgive $10,000 of student debt per person. Well, folks, that money ain't free. They just don't say, oh, it goes away. Taxpayers are going to have to pay that money. And that's essentially more stimulus. That's like they said, everybody has a student loan $10,000 check. More stimulus is going to cause more inflation because it's more money in the system. It's amazing that 2 years ago we had an economy that was running along smooth. Everything was good. Everything was flowing along just right nice. In a matter of, 18 months? That one party has torn it all down. And what's terrible is you got 50% of the public out here running around that's completely ignorant to it. They don't know what's going on. They probably can't even tell you who the vice president is. And hold on your hats, folks, because I can tell you the next one that's coming. They've already run this immigration thing down our throats. They've run this gas thing down our throats. With this godforsaken shooting in Texas here this last week, and what seems to be a shooting a week. It never amazed me. We never had all these mass shootings under Trump, but we had them under Obama, and now we got them under Biden. And that's as far as I'll go with the tinfoil hat thing. But it's maybe they just weren't reported under Trump. I don't know. Never heard of them. But the next one they're going to try and force down our throats is they're going to try and take your guns. And they're going to try and do it not through the Congress, because they can't do it through the Congress. There's too many Democrat congressmen that won't vote for it because their butts will get fired. They're going to try some underhanded, unconstitutional, just like they've done with everything else. They've done virtually everything that's come out from underneath the pen of Joe Biden has been unconstitutional on executive orders. He knows he's writing things, he's regulating things that he knows he couldn't in a million years get passed through Congress because they wouldn't vote for it. Which means he's bypassing your representative republic. He's just going around it. He's being the all-powerful king. And I don't think it's just Joe Biden. I don't think it's much Joe Biden at all, because a lot of the things he's doing in his past career, he's been on the other side of. think it's the forces that be that put him in power, and are his whole staff underneath him is who's actually running this country. You see, every time he makes a blunder up on the stage, somebody in his staff walks it back before he even knew he made a blunder. They don't consult with him to walk it back like they should, because he is the president. You know, buck stops with him. They just do it. That tells me right there that they're the ones calling the shots. And there are a lot of younger, woke types that's got this utopian view of the world that they just don't have a clue. They've never lived through hard times. I wonder how many of them kids ever had to get a paycheck on Friday, come home and discuss with the wife, well, honey, this is how much we got. Which one we letting get cut off, the water or the electric? I've been there. My daughter was a little girl. There were times we ate mac and cheese for a week. Friday was special. We got to put hot dogs in it. We were poor. But we was happy to go to bed with a full belly. You know, had to ride my bicycle to work because I couldn't afford to put gas in my car. Thank God I'm not there anymore. Could be there tomorrow. I know that. But we got a government in power right now that's trying to put us all there. It's a big haves and have-nots. There ain't gonna be no middle class. That's what they want to destroy. The middle class is the real challenge to their power. That's who that's where a lot of your voters are, and that's people that go out and bust their asses for a living just to maybe get ahead a little bit. He wants them to be peasants too, completely dependent on the government for the crumbs they throw down. And this is not anti-government. I'm not an anarchist. I am fully aware we need a government. We need rules. That's what you have to have a civilized society. But what we got now, it ain't good. I was 10 years old when Reagan got elected. Remember it like it was yesterday. The same liberal media were all on TVs talking about, oh, he's just a dumb actor. More or less telling the American people, what have you done? You stupid people. And we should have caught it then. drug all them fools out from behind their anchor desks. But we just let it keep going, and well, here we are. But I cannot believe just how far this country has fallen in that 40 years. Now, not technology. We've made great advances in technology in a lot of things. Medicine. But socially, somewhere around 1990, grown folk made a decision they were going to stop raising their kids, and they just turned it on over to the government, the video games, the schools, to raise their children. I hear 20 to 30 years later, what did we get from that? We got the woke mob. So folks, raise your children. Teach them right and wrong. One day you'll be laying in a hospital bed. If we keep going down this path, someone may just decide, you're not contributing to society anymore, and unplug you. Kind of went off the rails from the original subject well, the original subject was about the government. It wasn't really the comment on gas prices, just what triggered me. But folks, right now we still have the power. I say right now because it's dwindling fast, but we still have the power to take control of our government. Get out and vote. Sit back and see what you're voting for. Do a little research and understand some of these issues just a little bit. Not what you heard on the 6 o'clock news. When somebody says, why gas prices? Oh, it was Putin. Putin did it. That evil Russian. When that's not at all what caused gas prices to go up. Gas prices were going up long before Putin invaded Ukraine. And if you hear a politician say who's to blame, rest assured that's a scapegoat. Go do your math and look. And prepare. I've got another video I made just a few weeks back about being prepared. I'm gonna go take a look at it. We're going to hell in a handbasket, folks. It's going to be a rough ride. You better hold on. Y'all have a nice day. I'll catch you on the flip side.